saying Jehovah.
What's going on, YouTube? How you doing? How you doing? First and foremost, man, I want to thank everyone for the love and support. And like I always say, I will always be humble and thankful for that. And before we get started, please hit that subscribe button for your boy. Please hit that subscribe button for your boy. Now, excuse me. There's a Caribbean woman that's on TikTok, and she made a video, and y'all heard Caribbeans and Africans and other ethnic groups say this, that we, FBA is a Psyop, we worship white supremacy, blah, 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 blah. But before I continue, let me play the video so y'all can get a better understanding of what I'm talking about.
I am now thinking the FBA is a psyop by the CIA. I thought it was just y'all, but I think it's a psyop. I think we are being tricked by the CIA and the FBI to believe that these like black MAGA supporters are like, I think they are doing a caricature of black people. Because why am I seeing them in the comments calling Haitians monkeys and gorillas? I don't buy this. I don't buy this. Even on our worst day, this behavior. Now, black people, a lot of us are Republicans. Not me. A lot of us are Republicans, but this calling Haitians, blacks, monkeys and gorillas.
Now, watching that video, it shows me that she's scared. It shows that she has fear because black Americans are stepping away and we're delineating. Something that we always talk about. I talk about a lot about how delineation is important and how people are crashing out. We're going to hear things, and y'all have heard things before about how FBA, we're white supremacists, how we have the white man thought patterns, blah, 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 blah. A lot of people will say that these immigrants know what they're saying, they know what they're doing, they know what FBA is. True. On another side, I think a lot of people don't know what FBA is, and I think they think it's a group. But as we explain this to them, they just can't get it through their mind. So at the end of the day, fear and them being scared of being deported is just tearing down their mind. And I understand with fear. I've been through fear before, okay? I've been scared before, okay? Let me tell y'all a quick story. Now, back when I was like 19 years old, I was dating this young lady, right? Beautiful, man, everything that a man would want. Now, before I continue, now let me tell y'all some real stuff. I lost my virginity at 18 years old. And as I tell this story, you're going to figure out why I waited so late to lose my virginity. But anyway, I was dating this young lady, man. Me and her been together for a good little minute. I was in love. She was in love with me. She was everything I wanted in a woman. You know what I'm saying? And I just knew that I was going to marry this woman, right? But fear, not of marrying her, not of being with her, but just fear and being uneducated, lost the woman that I probably would have been married today, right? That I probably would have been married to today. But as we, going on through our relationship or whatever like that, we would have sex a lot. I'm talking, we used to have sex a lot. And in the midst of us having sex, we was wearing protection, which I advise everyone to wear protection, especially any young person to wear protection so you don't get nobody pregnant and stuff like that, right? So in the midst of us having sex one time, the condom broke. But I didn't really know at the time. Because keep in mind, I'm not as educated or experienced like maybe some other people are when they know the rubber broke and stuff like that. So this was the first time, and this was the second woman I've been with. So when the condom broke, I felt it, but I didn't really know. So I just kept going. So as I was kept going, I feel like, that type of stuff, man, I did one of that inside her, right? So when I pull out, I noticed, I looked down and I saw the condom rolled up to the back part of my, my little Vienna sausage, right? So I'm like, damn, why the condom pushed way back? Then I look, I said, oh man, the condom broke. She wasn't tripping that she had a little something inside of her because she was on birth control. Cool. But what freaked me the fuck out was I thought I caught HIV. I was so spooked. Like, I was so scared. I was so fearful that this girl gave me HIV. Now, pause. Fear, being scared and uneducated is the reason why I lost this motherfucker. So, but she didn't know at the time what was going on. So anyway, after we finished whatever, it was about 2 or 3 in the morning. I left and went to the house because I was still staying with my mom or whatever. So I had to still be at home at a certain time. I know y'all, college nigga, 19 years old, had to be at home at a certain time. And matter of fact, I'll pass my curfew at 19 years old. But anyway, that's another story. So on my way home, I'm nervous as hell. Thoughts running through my mind like, damn man, this girl gave me HIV. You know, because the condom broke and I felt her little, you know, her little stuff down there and I know I got it. You know, I'm just, man, that whole night just running through my head. So I get home or whatever, man. I lay down for a second. I turn on the TV and it was one of them BET Wrap It Up commercials come on. Y'all remember that back in the day, back in 2000, 2001, when they used to say, wrap it up. HIV is real. Get tested. Blah, 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 blah. So one of them, so that didn't even spook me even more. You know what I'm saying? They even scared me even more. So I'm already panicking. Can't sleep. It's now like 4, 5 in the morning. I'm just up. So anyway, I get up. Well, I end up falling asleep. I get up about probably like, because I ain't sleep long. So if I fell asleep, I probably fell asleep about 5 or 6. About 5 or 6. So I probably woke up about 9 that morning. So I get up. And you know how you first wake up, you reflect. Now, when I first woke up, I kind of forgot, right? So when I woke up, I kind of forgot, but then I started reflecting. Then I started thinking about what happened last night. Like, fuck, I got this shit. I got this shit. This girl gave me this shit. Fear, being scared, and uneducated lost me this woman. So throughout the day, I'm tripping. She give me a call. I'm talking to her like it ain't nothing. But I feel away. You know what I'm saying? I feel away. Because I'm thinking that she gave me something, right? Because the condom broke. I had unprotected sex with her. So I'm assuming that I caught HIV. So this whole week, you know, I'm nervous. My stomach is knots. I can't eat. I don't know what to do. I'm scared to go to the clinic because I'm thinking the clinic gonna tell me I got HIV, so I'm avoiding the clinic because I heard if you go to the doctor, they tell you a symptom, what you diagnosed with, you gonna die a week later. So I wasn't going through none of that, y'all. I wasn't going through none of that shit. So as time go on, we started talking. So she'll call me, hey, come over so we can go out or whatever, you know. So I go there, pick her up, and we'll go to the movies or something like that. But at the same time, I'm being very distant in a way. But I'm still up on her, but I'm still kind of very distant in a way that I'm looking at her like, ugh, helpful, you done gave me something. So as time go on, she'll try to have sex. I might say, well, my stomach hurting, or I don't feel good, or I ain't got no money to get a condom. She said, well, I got the money to get the condom. Well, I ain't got no gas to make it over. Well, I got gas money if you can just make it over here. Cause this was before Cash Out, this was before a lot of things, y'all. So I'm making all types of excuses. So a month go by and I just ghosted her. I ghosted her. Like, stopped talking to her. I stopped picking up my phone for her and everything, right? So I say about a week later, her sister give me a call like, why you do such and such like that? She really love you, care for her. Why you stop talking to her? Woo, 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 woo. I told the sister, like, listen, I'm just not ready for a relationship right now, and I just want to be to myself. I said something to the lines of that, then I hung up. So sister kept calling back. I didn't pick up no more, right? So months go by. I'm still thinking I got this shit. I'm seeing Magic Johnson on TV. I'm seeing him doing tributes to Eazy-E around this time around. This was like 2002 or 3 or something. So I'm seeing him doing all these tributes and shit, and I'm just thinking like, damn, I got this shit. So I'm supposed to go to Africa, like maybe 6 months from now. So I had to get shots and and stuff like that. So I had to go to this 5-point clinic, and it was called the Jackson Medical Mall out there off of Woodrow Wilson and Jackson. So I end up going there, and I'm nervous as hell because I gotta get these tests. They got draw blood, make sure I'm good. So soon as I get up in the medical office, I said, hey, I told her, and I said, hey, I think I got HIV. The lady looked at me like, what you mean? Why you say that? Because I was having sex. I had unprotected sex with this girl, and she gave me HIV. She said, what, did she tell you she got HIV? No, she didn't tell me she got HIV. Do she know she got HIV? I said, I don't think she knows she got HIV. Well, what makes you think she gave you HIV? Because I said, we had unprotected sex. She said, hold on right here for a minute. We're going to give you tests. We're going to give you a test. Make sure you don't got HIV or none of that. So I end up getting the test, right? So I end up doing they start, do all the blood work and everything like that. Gave me shots so I can travel or whatever like that. So now, young people or even older people, especially my older people. Now, back in the day when they do HIV tests, like right now, they got the rapid test where you'll know like in 30 minutes or 15, maybe even 5 minutes that if you got it, or sometime maybe a week. Well, back then that shit almost took a month for your HIV test to come back. So think about this: for a whole month, I'm scared as fuck. I got the nervous shits. Man, I remember I used to just sit on the toilet just to shit, because you know how nervous you get. I had the bubble guts all the time, man. I used to see, like, I used to be at parties and stuff. My partner, they have girls with them, and the girls might want to go back with us and kick it and shit, and we'll go back and kick it. I wouldn't want the girl to touch me because I'm thinking I'm going to infect the girl and shit like that, right? So, I remember I was coming out of class, and I got a phone call, out of one of my classes in college. And I got a phone call, and I saw Jackson Medical Medical something, health department, whatever. So I picked up the phone. She said, "Hey man, I speak to Brian, such and such." I'm like, "Yeah, this is him." "Well, hey, we got your results in. You're HIV negative." Da da da. I said, "Whoa, slow down. How you just gonna throw that up on me like that?" Soon as I said this is me, and you said we got your test back and whatever, you just went straight into it. Why you didn't just warm me up to it? Why you just didn't warm your hands and be like, "Okay, Brian, I want you to listen to it"? Why you didn't do no shit like that? Why you just jump into it and say, "Hey, you HIV negative"? Now, when she said that, my mind still didn't process the word negative. So when she said negative, I'm still thinking positive. You get what I'm saying? I'm still thinking positive. So my mind couldn't grasp what she said. So when I stopped her, I said, "Whoa, so you saying I'm negative? How am I negative?" That was coming out, I swear, y'all. I said, "How am I negative? Tell me how am I negative?" But I'm thinking positive. You get what I'm saying? Not positive thinking, but positive as a result. So I said, how you just gonna tell me that what you? I'm freaking the fuck out over the phone. Then she was like, "Mr. Such and Such, Mr. Such and Such, calm down. You're negative. You don't have anything. We did your blood work. Everything came back fine. We did your 5-point test. Everything came back fine. You're okay to travel. I don't think we need to do. You just need to come up here and pick up your card or whatever, and your medical card, and woo. I said, "Okay." So I ended up going to after I leave college. I was done with classes that day, so I shot up there about 2 p.m. So as soon as I get up in there, I saw the doctor that was administering all the tests. And I saw I said, "Hey, can I talk to you for a minute?" I said, "Listen, I know my test came back negative, right? But I think this girl," I said, "so if I have unprotected sex, does that mean that I catch HIV?" He said, "Well, no, that don't mean you catch HIV if you had unprotected sex." When we said you're heterosexual, right? I was like, "Yeah." So you never had any homosexual activity? I was like, "No, I never had any homosexual activity." "Have you been on drugs, used the needle, got a blood?" I said, "No, I never done that." He said, "Just because you have unprotected sex doesn't automatically mean that you're going to catch HIV. I said, "Okay." So he broke it down to me about how HIV, how you can transmit it, how a man can transmit it to a woman, how a woman can transmit it to a man, how man on man, all that shit. He broke down all that shit. He educated me, right? He educated me. And I'm going to tell you what I thought, right? I thought that if you just had unprotected sex, period, that you can catch HIV. Just listen to me. People that are married, people that are in relationships, people that are in monogamous relationship where nobody's not cheating, both sides are clean. I'm thinking everybody wearing condoms around this thing. I'm thinking everybody just wearing condoms, making sure that they're protected. Because I used to think that if a pee-pee and a hoo-ha go in and out of each other, I'm thinking that's automatic HIV. I thought HIV just came from unprotected sex, not from a person that's carrying HIV, but I just assumed that only way HIV is formed is through two people that are clean, that have unprotected sex, and they develop HIV. That's what I thought. Because reason why I waited so long to have sex, and reason why it took me so long to lose my virginity, was because of the Eazy-E's, the Arthur Ashe, the Magic Johnsons, I forgot who else, all this other stuff. Because when AIDS first hit the scene, you gotta think, man, that was like, I'm talking about really just start pushing, was like in the late 80s, but they started talking about it a lot in the 90s. They used to talk about it in my school, they used to talk about it all the time, so that shit spooked the shit out of me. But if it was fear of the unknown, it was me being uneducated, is the reason why I thought that. So after that, it started to make sense. I said, damn, that do make sense. In order for you to catch HIV, the other person gotta have HIV. And if I don't have it, let's say I have unprotected sex with this person, then yeah, there's a possibility I might catch it. But not if the person don't have it and I don't have it and we had unprotected sex, then it's not gonna form HIV. And that's how I lost the woman, because I'm thinking that she don't got it, I don't got it, but the raw sex that we had, I'm thinking it developed HIV. Stupidity, being uneducated, fear. And that's what a lot of these tethers got, is fear, uneducated, and not reading the room of what's going on with us, is delineating from these people. And I hope that might not connect with what the video is about, but in a way it kind of does, in my opinion. You know, in my opinion. I know a lot of you like, bro, they don't make no sense. Okay, but it kind of do. Because a lot of these groups are scared. They fear the unknown. They fear that we don't rock with them. They can't understand why we don't like them no more. And they don't understand why we're delineating. So they make up these little false narratives in their head that we call them the monkeys. We call them all these racial things and stuff like that, which we're not. I haven't seen any Black American calling a Caribbean or African a monkey. You know what I'm saying? I never seen it. If it is, I ain't saying it ain't true. But I haven't seen it. I seen some other. Now I heard some other wild shit niggas done called them. They all like, damn, man. You know, that's kind of like, you know, they're kind of wild a little bit, you know. But I never heard that. But delusion, fear, and not having to understand what have you seeing shit or thinking shit or even just propaganda of what people say about FBAs will do that to people. And that's what happened with me, man, when I first lost my virginity. And I think that's what happened to this Caribbean lady, actually seeing that FBA is very powerful. FBA is so powerful that she got, this woman got, she thinking that FBA is calling other folks monkeys and all types of animals and shit. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the story, man, and salute to everyone. What's y'all thoughts on the video, man? Tell me some things that y'all was scared of and you found that wasn't what it was, you know. But anyway, peace out. Y'all have a good one, and I love you.